Hello and welcome to the Delgado Community College Be Original and Copyright Presentation. I'm Gera Bridgewater.
I'm Shanna Clevenger.
And I'm Courtney R. Stortz.
To find the copyright website, the first thing you need to do is go to dcc.edu. Look for quick links and find the word library. Click on the word library. On our welcome page, under resources, you'll see library website and copyright website. Click on that link to view our copyright website. This will take you to the home page.
On our homepage, it gives easy access to the library's copyright policy and procedures, a brief video on copyright on campus, and a Twitter feed that pulls important copyright information from the CCC, Creative Commons, and other related tweets. We also have a dedicated chat box linked to our copyright librarian and a quick survey for others to complete to let us know how helpful we are. We also have our legal disclaimer on our copyright webpage. This tutorial on using the public domain materials, creative copyright license materials, and copyright law is provided for informational purposes only by the Delgado Community College Libraries. The librarians are not lawyers and cannot provide legal advice. None of what you read in this tutorial should be construed as legal advice. Should you require legal advice, please contact an attorney. Which means if you listen to us and something bad happens, we cannot be held responsible. On the next several tabs, we have links to informative websites that explain the topic, along with short videos and nifty tools that you can use. Since copyright is a very in-depth subject, we wanted a page that provides faculty, staff, and students a short, concise description of what copyright is and what is protected. The Copyright Clearance Center has a great video explaining U.S. copyright laws and how to share copyrighted material at work while still respecting the rights of content creators. Fair use is a use of a copyrighted work, including reproductions for purposes such as a criticism, comments, news reporting, teaching, or research is not an infringement of copyright. TEACH Act is the Technology, Education, and Copyright Harmonization Act. It was signed into law in 2002. It clarifies the terms and conditions under which accredited, nonprofit U.S. educational institutions may use copyrighted protected materials for organized instructional activities that are not in face-to-face traditional classroom settings, including websites and other digital means. The DMCA is a Digital Millennium Copyright Act. It prohibits circumvention of technological protection measures, alteration of information embedded in digital works, for example watermarks, and it limits online service providers' liability. Copyright infringement is the act of exercising, without permission or legal authority, one or more of the exclusive rights granted to the copyright owner under Section 106 of the Copyright Act. This page links to creative tools that help faculty, staff, and students determine if they are following copyright laws. This map provides a checklist for fair use. If it is not under fair use, they can pay for the right. Under the Faculty, Staff, and Copyright tab, it consists of pertinent information for faculty and staff all in one place. On the left, we have tools for faculty to use on copyright issues. We have general information on copyright as well as penalties for copyright infringement. And on the right-hand side, we have information on how to obtain copyright permission. And on our Students and Copyright tab, this page also consists of pertinent information for students all in one place. It also gives alternatives to illegal downloading. And we also have a frequently asked questions page.
Public domain works are not protected by copyright law and are therefore freely available for everyone to use. Public domain also encourages creation of new works. Please review our public domain page. It is a reflection of the Mansfield Library University of Montana's public domain tutorial. Permission was granted by Tammy Roberts. If you're looking for an image, text excerpt, map, music score excerpt, photograph, movie for your thesis, dissertation, class, or publication, consider using works in the public domain or works covered by a Creative Commons license. You do not need to request permission or pay a license fee for use of these works, and for the most part, you can use these works in any way you wish because they are not covered by copyright law. Categories of materials that are generally not eligible for federal copyright protection include ideas and facts, works with inspired copyrights, works governed by early copyright statuses that fail to meet the requirements for copyright protection, such as notice, registration, and renewal requirements, U.S. government works, projects written by non-government authors with federal funding may not be copyright protected. Scientific principles, theorems, mathematical formulas, laws of nature, scientific and other research methodologies, statistical techniques, and educational processes. Laws, regulations, judicial opinions, government documents, and legislative reports. Also words, names, numbers, symbols, signs, rules of grammar, diction, and punctuation. Creative Commons licensed works. Creators of these works allow certain uses under terms of the license, some of which may be more compatible with academic projects. The uses allowed by the Creative Commons license typically do not require you to request permission or pay a license fee. Want to know if a specific work is under public domain, or if not, when will it be? Give the copyright term calculator a spin. You need to provide some information about the work, for example, whether it's published or unpublished, but the calculator keeps track of which U.S. Copyright Act applies to the work in question, so you don't have to. According to the Copyright Clearance Center, we must offer free alternatives to faculty, staff, and students, such as books, images, and tools. Lastly, here's an example of a chart that can help you determine what is covered by public domain.
The annual copyright license. An annual license permits the reuse of text-based content at colleges and universities. You're covered if you are a faculty member or staff of an academic institution that has purchased an annual copyright license from the Copyright Clearance Center. Covered uses include email, e-course content, course packs, class handouts, research collaboration, library reserves, or administrative copies.
To check the copyright coverage of any item, go to copyright.com. This takes you to the Copyright Clearance Center website. Look for the Get Permission search box. Enter the title of the material you're looking for. In this case, we're looking for the American Journal of Nursing. We use quotation marks so it's a phrase search. On the right hand, you'll see a link that says Academic License. Mouse over the academic license or click on it to see the permissions. Permissions are not always allowed, in which case you'll see that under the academic license. In the event that permission is not allowed, you may need to request coverage. Mouse over or click on the Request Coverage link to fill out a form to request coverage or request use of the item. There are also pay-per-use options. Click on that link to see what types of uses you may request. For example, course materials, electronic, in print, interlibrary loan, etc. You would request for one according to your needs. Now we're going to search for a different item. We're using the search box again, and we're looking for the Journal of Art Education. We do a phrase search and put it in quotes. On the results list, you can see on the right-hand side there's academic licenses. However, underneath this license is a link for terms. Mouse over or click on the term to see what the terms are for this item. This concludes a brief introduction to using the Copyright Clearance Center to check for copyright permissions.
The faculty member bears the legal responsibility for complying with copyright laws and obtaining copyright permission from the copyright owner, including any fees associated with that permission. If you do not find your title through the academic license, you will need to obtain permission. We have created forms for your convenience on our permission/forms page. We have documents for the copyright license, requests for including work in a course management system, request for permission for classroom use, streaming video on the internet, license to use film, video, photo, or other images, license to use marks, license to use student works. All you need to do is fill out the forms and send to the proper person. There is also a Q&A booklet available online at the website listed below and linked on the Copyright Basics page.
The committee selected several books for purchase. Please see our bibliography on the copyright website. Other resources are located on our website as well. For more information about the annual academic copyright license, please contact the librarians at your campus. We also would like to acknowledge the following individuals and companies for their contributions: